Software doesn't come out of thin air, or from some guy sitting in a dark basement. Only the most successful software creations come from a tried and tested development process. Movies and TV often make developing and interacting with software look so easy. It's that classic scene of some guy sitting in a dark basement, punching a few lines of code into a black screen, and then 5 minutes later he's taking control of an entire bank's financial systems, the traffic cameras, and the city's power grid. In reality, I'm sad to say, it's a lot less exciting and far less glamorous. Hi, I'm Matt from Spring Digital, and in this video, we're going to venture into the world of development and programming in the software development lifecycle and all the processes around it. Foundationally, software development refers to the coding processes of creating programs for computers and mobile devices. Software developers are the creative brainstorming masterminds behind this phase. To help us walk through this process, let's use the analogy of building a car. It's a bit easier to understand. Before any car is built, we first must have a plan and a design in place. In parts 1 and 2 of this video series, we covered planning and design in software. Now we're ready to start getting onto the build. Using the car analogy, the first thing we tackle is the core component, like the engine and wheels. That's where back-end developers come in. Back-end developers are responsible for everything functional in your app or software program. For example, a user hitting a buy button on your e-commerce website. In this case, a few actions take place. Number 1, your stock is checked. Number 2, their credit card gets charged. Number 3, order confirmation emails are sent out. And finally, the warehouse receives the docker to pick, pack, and dispatch the order. Like the wheels of a car, we can get components pre-built. Other parts, like the engine, are built as individual components from the ground up. Now that we have all that together, we need to make the body, interior, windows and doors. For this, we bring in front-end developers. They're there to convert what the graphic designer drew up and what the back-end developers built into something you can interact with on your computer or mobile device. Their core goal is to ensure the platform is logical, looks good, user-friendly, and ensures that everything you interact with works well and is polished. It's the visual elements like design, layout, content, buttons, animation, navigation, and links. To help give you some idea of how long some of these things might take to code, let's look at a few examples. Let's assume a fairly common language like PHP, and let's assume a mid-level of development skills of the person building it. Here's how long you can expect critical elements to take to code up. Building a login, sign up, forgot password system, around 60 to 80 hours. Integration with PayPal, Stripe, or a payment gateway, 120 to 150 hours. Integration to a CRM, 200 to 250. Building a basic web page where it's all content, around 2 to 5 hours, so long as the core theme has already been built. An e-commerce product grid with price, brand, category filter, anywhere over 400 hours, as there are a lot of dependencies. The best way to analyze this for yourself, if you're looking at your own project that is to break something down into the smallest reasonable size component and then assess. Finally, we get to the end of our production line, where the quality testers come in and make sure everything from the design is tested and translated into the end product. But wait, we're not done yet. A successful development process relies on preparation, planning, and collaboration. So, to get yourself off on the right foot, here are a few things you need to know when making your way through each phase. Number 1, expect questions. You should be in regular communication with your developer or project manager and expect lots of questions. Never have I ever seen a project where no questions were asked, and that's the way it should be. Number 2, silence is deadly in coding of software projects. If you're not getting updates, if you're not getting questions, watch out. Software projects by nature are dynamic with lots of discussion and collaboration. Generally, when we are brought in to recover failing projects, that's the first thing we see. Number 3, speak up soon and early. If you're seeing something you're not happy with, speak up early. Coding is 100% easier to adjust when you're working on it, as opposed to having to come back later. Number 4, expect delays. No project happens without an issue, and it's not because the developers are bad at estimating. An estimate is given at the start. But that's all it is, an estimate. Be prepared for things to be slightly delayed, and you'll sleep much better at night. I hope you found this video helpful, and most importantly, understandable. My mission is to help you take a peek behind the curtain of everything that goes on in the world of software development and demystify it for you. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you've got an app or software idea that you're looking to bring to life, get in touch with me at springdigital.com.au. Until next time.